right, now that we've learned how to stand and we've played some open strings, let's learn how to play the A major scale, which is a great way to learn how to put our fingers down on our left hand on the fingerboard, which is this. So lots of people when they're starting out you can buy fingerboard stickers that have lines that show you where to put your fingers at first. So this is often a nice way to start. But I don't have fingerboard stickers, so today we're going to learn how to play this scale without the stickers, but just know that that's an option. So, once again, we're going to stand comfortably with our feet shoulder width apart, and we're going to share the weight of the violin between our left arm and our chin, okay? So, we're going to start off by playing our open A string. So remember, that's not our highest string is E. We're going to go down to the second string, A. We're going to play a nice long bow on open A, which means no fingers are down. All right. So, when we're referring to our fingers when we're playing violin, we're going to number our fingers, but we're going to forget that our thumb exists. So that means that my pointer is finger 1, then we have finger 2, finger 3, finger 4. All right. So after we've played A, it's time to go to B. Now in our musical alphabet, we have the letters, it goes in order, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then we don't have H. We start over at A. We go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, over and over and over. So those are the basic notes of our A major scale. So once we've played A, open A string, it's time to play B with our first finger. So where do we put our finger? It's going to be about a big finger space away from the top of the fingerboard here. So you might need to scooch it around and in order to find the right spot, but it should sound something like this. All right. So if it's too low, you might need to scooch it up a little bit. If it's too high, you might need to scooch your finger back a bit. All right, so play around with it until you get a really nice sounding B. Another thing you can do is use a tuner. So here I have a vintage tuner that looks like this. You can get it for about $10 or $15. But lots of people, you can use a free app on your phone as well. But the basic idea is the same. So when I'm using the tuner, I'm just going to do it on my open A right now. So you're wanting, you can see it lighting up as I'm speaking. These are the notes that I'm speaking right now. So we want, as we're playing, we want the needle to line up in the middle. And for me, it's going to light up green if I'm in tune. So here we go. So it's pretty good. But if you're doing this on your B, and it lights up it lights up red on the right, that means your finger's too high and you need to scooch it down a bit. But if it lights up on the left, that means your finger's too low and you need to scooch it up a bit. So our goal is to get the needle to line up in the middle, and that means that your note is sounding good. So that's another tool you can use to make sure that your finger's in the right spot. So once you've found it, just practice going between open A and finger 1B to get a really nice sound like this. All right, once that's sounding good, we're ready to add our next note. So we've done A and B. Now it's time to go to C sharp. Just trust me on the C sharp part. The reason that it's C sharp and not C is a topic for another video. But so we have C sharp after B. This is going to be a high finger 2 like this. So the distance is about the same as we had from the top of the fingerboard to finger 1. Similar distance to get to finger 2. So C sharp should sound like this. Like that. So once again, make sure your C sharp is sounding great until you move on to the next note. So far we've done A, B, C sharp. Our next one is going to be D with our third finger, otherwise known as our ring finger. This finger's going to hug right next to our second finger like that. There's no space this time. It's going to go right next to the second finger. And D should sound like this. All right, so those are our first 4 notes. A, B, C sharp, D. Now we're done with the A string. We're going to move on to the E string and do the exact same finger pattern, but we're just on the E string this time. So we're going to start out with open E string. Now we're next in our alphabet is F. It's F sharp this time. We're going to put finger 1 down in the same distance away as our B was. So it's going to sound like this. That was F sharp. Now finger 2 goes down again the same distance away. This is going to be G sharp. And lastly, we have A at the top. And again, my 3rd finger is going to hug right next to my 2nd finger. So that's the whole thing. So, and if you're feeling crafty, you can go backwards as well. So, start out nice and slow. Don't speed up before each note sounds very beautiful on its own. And once you've got that, then you can move on and try to do the whole scale up and down without stopping. So why don't I do that now to give you an idea of how it'll sound. So again, I'm going to start on the A string, go up to my high A, and back down. Here I go. There you have it, our A major scale. Happy practicing.